One of the city's key frameworks for redevelopment in Atlanta is a financial tool called TADs, or Tax Allocation Districts. While not many people know what a TAD is, they have a profound impact on the city's growth, representing more than $12 billion in capital investment. Think about that. Our Brian Unger is live in studio to give us a closer look, and we're all listening to this right now.
Yeah, get out your rulers, your pencils, and
Right?
your erasers. Thank you, Sharon. The best way to describe a TAD, or Tax Allocation District, is to look at 3 of the 8 in Atlanta on a map. Now there's the Hamilton Road TAD, the Beltline TAD, and the Stadium TAD near the former Turner Field, all typically named for or near the main area that was redeveloped. Now they're areas designated by the city, sanctioned by the state, usually underserved, to encourage redevelopment by anyone, a developer or individual. How that happens and where the money comes from to rehab historic buildings, build affordable housing, grocery stores, and parks, that's where TADs get a little bit more complicated.
Hello everybody, how are we?
They're called TAD Talks, a nod to the famous TED Talks, a team from Center for Civic Innovation engaging Atlanta on the ABCs of TADs. TADs work this way. Property taxes, which go to the city and county's general fund for things like police, fire, and school system, are frozen for a finite number of years. That's called the base tax, depicted here in blue. As years pass, development occurs, and property taxes climb. The increased revenue generated, pictured here in orange, is what's called an increment, set aside solely for community development projects within that area. Kyle Kessler is the policy director for Center for Civic Innovation.
But as the conversation continues about making sure that our firefighters, our sanitation workers, everyone else is getting what they need, and the day-to-day, the folks who want the potholes filled, they want those things done as well. TADs are not paying for those things.
But not all TADs are created equal.
I think to the Beltline specifically, clearly there was a vision, sort of a project in mind, a key project to build this trail and transit corridor across the city, and new amenities were being created that were helping increase value along the corridor.
While other TADs are generating a smaller increment or less additional tax value, there's less money to invest back into the community, and development is at a slower pace. Ashley Buzzy, who owns a business in the Stadium District, has seen a dramatic change. What she calls a one-time food desert is now growing with restaurants and coffee shops.
Does Summerhill or like the Stadium District have the potential to be like the Beltline, maybe?
Buzzy says they may not see the results for years, perhaps a generation down the road.
To pull money away for like a future project ignores like needs and realities of the people who currently live in the present moment.
As TADs are being extended and new TADs are being developed, there remain a tentpole of Mayor Andre Dickinson's effort to redevelop areas of the city that would otherwise be on their own, the city says, without faster, more targeted growth.
What we see in these areas is that without intentional investment, they tend to stagnate.
The question remains, would these areas develop on their own without TADs?
It does take intentional focus of investment in these communities.
While the city is pursuing other public-private partnerships, TADs are likely here to stay. Now, in our reporting, the biggest criticism of TADs is that the increment or increased revenue doesn't go to fund more teachers or their salaries, nor additional police officers or firefighters. The second issue we heard about is displacement. Home or business owners having to move as property taxes increase. But there's an argument here that thousands of affordable housing units have been constructed in these TADs, and the mayor's office tells us there's an upcoming announcement coming in the next week or so about new anti-displacement initiatives. Everyone we spoke to agrees, though, that time will tell us how successful these TADs are going to be in the long run. Sharon?
That's a lot to map out.
It's a lot. It's so impactful on the community. So, and when these tax districts are up for renewal, when they want to extend them, there are public hearings. So it pays to pay attention.
Indeed.
And if you don't like the idea of it, go to these hearings, make your voice heard.
Yeah. Thank you for simplifying it for us.
You bet.
As well as you could. Brian, thank you.